When does he get back to Paris?
I don't know.
At the beginning of the film, we find ourselves at the CIA headquarters, where Vivi, a skilled agent, receives a mission to eliminate a dangerous individual known as the Wolf. He is reportedly preparing to deliver deadly weapons to a client in Belgrade. A team, led by Ethan, has already been dispatched to disrupt the Wolf's plans by targeting his device and his assistant, Albino. Vivi's specific task is to locate and eliminate the Wolf himself. As the operation day arrives, Ethan swiftly eliminates the client and reports back to his team. Discreetly, he swaps suitcases with Albino, who has just arrived, and hands over the device to his colleagues. With the primary part of his mission complete, Ethan steps outside to make a call from a payphone, intending to wish his daughter a happy birthday. Meanwhile, inside the hotel, Albino identifies one of the CIA agents and kills her. He promptly informs the Wolf of the compromised situation. Ethan is singing to his daughter over the phone. Chaos erupts as a powerful explosion injures him. Despite his injuries, Ethan tries to pursue Albino, but loses consciousness in the process. Ethan wakes up in a hospital where doctors deliver devastating news. He has brain cancer and only about 3 months to live. With his condition deemed terminal, the CIA dismisses him from active service, thanking him for his contributions. Feeling disheartened, Ethan decides to return home to put his affairs in order. However, upon arriving at his apartment, Ethan discovers that his keys no longer fit the lock. He soon learns that a refugee family has moved into his vacant home. Their head, Jules, insists that they cannot leave until spring, citing legal protection. Ethan tries involving the police, but is told eviction isn't possible until the designated period. Determined to regain some control, Ethan warns Jules to respect his rules, particularly by staying out of his private room. Left alone, Ethan reflects on old video recordings of his daughter Zoe from her childhood. The next day, he contacts his estranged wife, Christine, to discuss their daughter's future. Ethan reveals he has set up a college fund for Zoe and informs Christine about his illness. He requests that she not disclose the truth to their daughter. Touched by his gesture, Christine invites Ethan over, setting the condition that he must officially quit his job to spend more time with Zoe. Ethan agrees, acknowledging it's a decision he should have made long ago. When Ethan meets Zoe after her school day, she is cold and reluctant to rebuild their relationship. She even refuses a gift from him, a purple bicycle. Undeterred, Ethan attempts to reconnect, taking the bike himself to the market to shop for dinner ingredients. It is there that Vivi approaches him. She introduces herself as a CIA operative and explains her interest in capturing the Wolf. Vivi believes Ethan might be able to identify the Wolf from their previous encounter at the hotel. To persuade him, Vivi offers an experimental drug that could extend his life, granting him more time with Christine and Zoe. Ethan agrees to help. Vivi takes him to a hotel where she believes one of the Wolf's associates is staying. Ethan skillfully bypasses security and subdues the target. However, Vivi uses harsh interrogation methods, but the associate provides no useful information. Frustrated, Ethan negotiates for $50,000 in addition to the medication. Vivi administers the first dose and agrees to his terms.
Kill him.
Hold on. You're not my type.
Meanwhile, Albino is seen handing a mysterious envelope to a suspicious individual in a remote area. Back at Ethan's home, Vivi offers cooking tips while Ethan prepares dinner for Zoe. However, the evening is disrupted when Zoe screams in frustration over her hair, prompting Ethan to rush in with a weapon, only to find a minor domestic issue. Later, Ethan tries to explain his delayed arrival to Christine, claiming he was consulting a doctor about the experimental treatment. That night, Ethan and Christine share a moment of closeness, but Ethan suddenly feels unwell. When he calls Vivi, she attributes it to a side effect of the drug and advises him to drink alcohol to stabilize himself. Ethan follows her advice and recovers quickly. The next day, Zoe reveals she wants to change her appearance to impress a boy at school. Soon after, Vivi interrupts Ethan to discuss the mission. Frustrated by the drug's side effects, Ethan demands answers. Vivi assures him the effects are manageable and hands him a substantial check as payment for his cooperation. She tasks him with locating an Italian accountant who works for Albino. Ethan tracks down the owner of a limousine rental company linked to Albino. He interrogates the man at his home while managing interruptions from Zoe's school principal, who reports Zoe got into a fight with a classmate. Ethan takes the suspect to the school and learns Zoe had punched someone. While he doesn't condone violence, Ethan subtly supports standing up to bullies. Later, in the suspect's car, he teaches Zoe how to make a proper fist. Zoe, irritated by her father's approach, chooses to leave on her own. Despite the setbacks, Ethan continues interrogating the limo owner and discovers where the accountant is staying. He prepares to confront the accountant, but is interrupted by another call from Zoe. Angry that he is late yet again, Ethan decides to prioritize his daughter over capturing the accountant and heads to meet Zoe. They ride bikes together, reminiscent of her childhood. Later, Ethan suggests watching old family videos, and though Zoe agrees initially, she mentions needing to complete a lab report at her friend Karen's house. Ethan later learns from Christine that she has no idea who Karen is. Concerned, Ethan checks Zoe's room and discovers she's actually gone to a party. Ethan tracks the location to a shady tattoo parlor and spots Zoe's backpack in a parked car outside. Inside, he finds a flyer with the word "spider," leading him to suspect another party. Ethan seeks help from Matan's daughters and learns where the event is being held. He arrives, but the stress from the situation causes his heart rate to spike, leading to hallucinations. Following Vivi's earlier advice, he drinks to calm himself. Eventually, Ethan locates Zoe in a bathroom where older men are bothering her. He swiftly deals with them and takes her home. During the drive, the two argue. When Ethan insists she rides her bike home, Zoe reveals she doesn't know how to ride one. Shocked, Ethan realizes his absence during her childhood left a void. Determined to make amends, he finds an open space and teaches her to ride. During this bonding moment, Ethan assures Zoe he doesn't have another family and only left because of his demanding job. Later, Ethan allows Zoe to spend time with her boyfriend while he returns to Matan for more information on the accountant's whereabouts. Matan agrees to help, but only if Ethan releases him by 5 p.m. so he can pick up his daughters from school. Ethan eventually locates the accountant and delays his escape by causing a traffic jam. He eliminates the guards, retrieves an important briefcase, and captures the accountant as a hostage. Amidst all this, Zoe calls Ethan to ask how to make pasta sauce for her boyfriend. Ethan humorously enlists the Italian accountant for cooking advice before leaving further instructions with Jules to release the accountant later. In the evening, Ethan hands the briefcase to Vivi, who injects him with another dose of the experimental medication. She assures Ethan that the wolf, stressed by his financial troubles, will surface soon. Vivi even gives Ethan a new suit, emphasizing that her team must maintain a professional appearance. Returning to his apartment, Ethan finds that Jules's daughter is giving birth. This moment reminds him of when Zoe was born, a time he missed due to work. Touched by Ethan's kindness, Jules's daughter expresses her gratitude by naming the baby after him. Back home, Ethan reconnects with Zoe, who shares her fear of embarrassing herself at prom due to her poor dancing skills. Wanting to support her, Ethan offers to teach her to dance. Later, Christine comes home, and the family enjoys dinner together. Ethan feels a rare sense of happiness, and even spends the night with Christine, waking up to Zoe bringing them breakfast in bed. Ethan soon receives a tip that Albino has checked into a nearby hotel. He tracks him down and engages in a high-stakes pursuit. At one point, Ethan saves Matan, who is driving, ensuring he can return to his daughters safely. However, Ethan's health deteriorates during the chase, leaving him vulnerable. Albino and the wolf corner him, and Albino drags Ethan toward a train platform, intending to finish him off. In a desperate moment, Ethan regains his strength and pushes Albino onto the tracks, where an oncoming train ends the confrontation. Using his remaining energy, Ethan notifies Vivi of his success. However, Vivi is frustrated that Ethan lost track of the wolf, emphasizing that he was their primary target. Later, Ethan fulfills his promise to attend prom with Christine and Zoe. During the event, he spots the wolf, but pretends not to recognize him. Christine realizes Ethan has resumed his dangerous work and confronts him for lying. Ethan decides to spare the wolf for his family's sake, but Vivi takes matters into her own hands and eliminates him. Finally, Ethan takes Zoe to a special place from her childhood, where they share a peaceful moment. The family celebrates Christmas together under the tree, and Ethan discovers a gift from Vivi, a vial of the experimental drug. The movie ends with Ethan cherishing his time with Christine and Zoe, grateful for the moments they've reclaimed as a family. Thank you for watching until the end.